fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. Fielded just inside the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it's 15-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Allen. Forced out to his left. The left side caught by Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot there.
They run with Murray, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit! Hey. Four down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd man to go with that run.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Allen again. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throw once more. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now Allen. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Gun!
They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Gun!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Watch him now, Barney! Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. That's complete, right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
All right, now look at 56.
Now this time, Allen will throw. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Josh Allen with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Rosen. He completes it to Nelson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 81 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gold with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
On play action, Allen. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Dayon Buchanan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A handoff. It's Murray. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throw left side on target to Thielen. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On second down, here's Allen. Twisting away. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. A final shot before half for Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Eluding the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Rosen on 1st and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Rosen. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
Detroit! Detroit!
3rd and long here for Rosen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Allen. Flush to his right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row,
now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Dayon Buchanan in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Allen now on first down. He's got it complete to Diggs right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
3-19.
On 1st and 10, Allen. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Murray. And now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Play action. Now it's Allen. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On third down, Rosen. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. he'll indeed go for it with Rosen. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Over!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On second down, here's Rosen. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Detroit!
Here's Allen to throw it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a give. This is Murray. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave them with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Come on, yo. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And they hit him as he he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Rosen will throw. And now here's another interception. Duke Dawson picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
All right, now, look at 56.
Allen going to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On 2nd down, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
Detroit! Detroit!
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Rosen looking for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again, it's Rosen. Caught by Nelson left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And his throw here's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Rosen. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jermaine Gresham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Oh, he's going backwards. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Blue 90! Detroit!
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He shakes it off. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and run with Murray. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. So Allen's going to look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. This is Murray. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. And some space here. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 20. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Minnesota, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.